Hello, my TikTok friends and family. So today is March 6th. When I post this, it most likely be like a month or so, or maybe more later. But that's because I'm not sure if I want to post it, but I want to make these videos just in case I decide to post them. So if you watch my other videos, you already know that I've been having a problem losing weight. So after much discussion with my doctors and much thinking and planning and stuff, I did decide to do the gastric sleeve. Primarily because since my stroke, it's been harder for me to get weight off, and health issues has increased since having the stroke. Before the stroke, I was never diabetic, and I never had high blood pressure. Now I am diabetic and have high blood pressure and don't really like that. So we're doing something to help work it out since the stroke I can't lose weight as easily as, not easily, but as effective as I did before. Because I do work out, and I do eat pretty balanced meals, pretty small meals. So my calorie count is not that large, but it's just not coming off. So officially to this week, Monday, I started the 2-week pre-op diet. And for my physician in my doctor's office, I'm going to read it to you real quick. Sorry for my frame. So I have, for the first week, I have to have protein shakes. I can have tea. I don't drink coffee, so I'm not worried about that part. I can have Gatorade, Powerade, Crystal Light, all sugar-free, of course. And I can have salad for the first week with those things. And the salad has to have fat-free or low-fat dressing, which is fine. And I actually found that I'm enjoying that part. And I can have it with, I can also have chicken or vegetable broth. And I can have fat-free cream soups. But for this, and for like a dessert, I can have fat-free yogurt, not Jello, or ice pops. But I cannot have any of the red color, the blue color, or the purple color. No clue why, but okay. And I could drink water, of course. And then for the second week, I can have all that same things, except I cannot have salad at all for that week. So it's only clear liquids and broth or the cream soup, but nothing solid. So no solid foods at all for the first 2 weeks. And of course, the point is for you to shrink the liver, so that it minimize risk during the procedure, and it makes the area easier for the doctor to maneuver during the procedure. Excuse me. So that's what I'm doing for this time. I have not weighed myself yet. Last time I weighed myself, I was about the same as I've always been for these weeks of even exercising and walking on my treadmill. It was between 280 and 290. It really fluctuates. And then I went down like 10 pounds or something a week or so ago, and then when I got back on the scale, I was back up, even though I didn't change my eating. So there's a problem here. And we did all the labs, all the blood, where it's just in case you're thinking maybe it's something else, and everything else is normal. It's just, this is it for me. So I'm going to go forward. I'm looking forward to it, actually, because I know I'm doing everything right, so that when the surgery does happen and after surgery, I will be on the right path to maintaining and being better at this. Because, again, I have not eaten much sugar. I'm not going to say no sugar because that would be a lie. I have not eaten much sugar. I have definitely decreased my cookie. As you remember, I have a chocolate chip cookie thing. And I learned that I eat them mostly when I'm more stressed out than anything else. And no fast food, of course, and none of this stuff. So when I do this procedure, hopefully after it, I'll be able to continue that trend. And when I'm stressed out, I won't have my chocolate chip cookie habit. So I'm going to keep updating and keep making videos. I don't know how to link them together, but I will try to figure it out. And I will take a picture because I'm planning on doing my weight and show you guys what I look like now, how much I weigh now. And then I'll do it next week and see if there's much change or if my weight has changed then. And then as time goes on, I'll post these videos and then you guys can see how I move along. And by the way, How do you like my little afro thing? I know I have it already, always have an afro, but I got what's called the rod set. I'm sure a lot of you already know what that is, which I didn't like at first because it gave me like a little Shirley Temple afro, all curly, and I did not like it. But today I got to pick it out a little bit, so it's now like more looser curls towards the end. It's definitely not tangled, so if you think it looks tangled, it's not. And it's kind of more like my hair, which I actually love and I feel good about. So until my next video, thank you for listening, and I think that's all I have to say. Oh wait, no, that's not true. What did I have to change while I'm doing this diet and what my doctor said I have to change? Well, the process for me was like this. First, I had to see after I saw the weight loss doctor, decided to go through with this. I had to see the nutritionist. I had to see a therapist. And then after that, I just continued to see my weight loss doctor like every month to see if it's still the path. We would change things up. He would talk to me about what I'm eating and what I'm doing, and then make small changes about that so that I can start losing weight. Even with those things that he said and I changed, I was still not losing the weight. There was some moments where it's like I did lose some weight, but then the next week I was back to the same. I told him that's how it's always been, so he kind of knew that was going to happen, so hopefully. And he's a really nice guy, so. Now, I'm on blood thinners, just to let you guys know if I didn't tell you already. I'm on blood thinners, so for me, before the surgery, I have to change from my normal blood thinner to Lovenox injections, which is bridging. So because the blood thinner I take right now is Xarelto, and I can't be on the Xarelto during the surgery, before the surgery and during the surgery, because it increased my risk of bleeding too much. So they changed it to the Lovenox injection because they can control that better. If they have to give me blood or anything like that. So for me, I have to do all of my regular Lovenox. Then the Friday before my surgery, I take my last dose of my Lovenox. The day after that Friday, so that Saturday, I take the Lovenox. The Friday I take my last dose of my Xarelto. Then on the Saturday, I take the Lovenox for the morning and night. Then on the Sunday, I only take the morning dose of Lovenox injection. And then the day of surgery, nothing, of course. And they also had me change where I have to stop my metformin for a couple of days before the surgery. I could not take my Trulicity the week before the surgery, so that's it for that. And that's about it. That's a couple of things. I put it all in my calendar because I'll be honest, we'll forget. So everything is laid out for me in my calendar. What else? No drinking alcohol, which is okay because I don't drink at all. If you can hear me. Which is okay because I don't drink at all. No illegal drugs, which is okay because I don't do drugs. Okay, stop the blood thinners, of course. Stop the metformin. Clear liquid diets the day before surgery. Then you have, for us, I have to take either this Magnetrite or I could take Miralax the day before the surgery, of course, at 10 o'clock in the morning. Which, I tried the Miralax just to test it out to see what will happen. Nothing happened. So I was like, you know what? Let me take the Magnetrite, the bottle of laxative crap. Never had it, so we will see what happens at 10 o'clock in the morning the next day when I have to take it. And then what else I have to do? I have to do this every day for 3 days before the surgery. I have to do this wash with this antibacterial wash that they recommended. I'm trying to see if I can find a name, so give me a moment. I'm an old lady, so now I have to look at my glasses like this when I look at papers. HipaCleanse, that's what it says, yeah. I gotta take this HipaCleanse for 3 days before the surgery. And if you take, however many times you take a shower a day, that's when you have to use it. So you take 7 showers a day, you gotta use it 7 times. Take 2 showers a day, you use it twice. So every day before the surgery, I have to take this. And I had to get clearance from my primary care, of course, my cardiologist, which was turned into a little thing. Because the clearance only had to be an EKG, But because my cardiologist office said, oh, you did the stress test so long ago, I want you to do the stress test. So I wound up doing a stress test and an EKG, which was fine. So I did those things. I also had to get clearance from my hematologist, so obviously, since I'm on blood thinners, I follow a blood doctor. And those were the clearances I had to get first. And then, of course, the pre-admission testing labs. I had to do that this Monday that just passed, which was the 3rd. And it was a whole journey in itself because I'm a very bad stick. And so when I went to the lab, the girl couldn't draw the blood. She tried, and when she tried to draw the blood, she only got 1 vial, and she needed like 4 vials or something. So that didn't work. And then I went to the lab that I used to normally go to, and they were able to get all the blood, and all my results came back normal, so that's even great. So I'll let you guys know what happens next week. And hopefully next week there'll be some change or weight loss, and then the day of the surgery, I'll let you know. Thank you for listening.